Hello and welcome to your session today. Now this session is focused on people that are sitting at a desk and want to get their bodies moving. It's just sort of mobilizing that body after sitting down for long periods of time. Now you don't have to have an office job or something, or if you've been in the car, anything like that, where you've been sat down for a long period of time and we need to get the bodies moving, then this is the class for you. Okay, feels good for everyone, but it's just more targeted to the people that have been sat down for a long time. Anywho, let's start standing. So now we're up nice and tall, away from them chairs, them cars, anywhere. And we're just going to start with taking some big openings up to the ceiling with them arms, and then slowly just lowering the arms down by your side. Good. Big deep breaths in. Feel how that air just lifts the body, growing you about 10 foot taller, and then just allow the arms to lower down by your side. Good. Giving me a couple more here. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Pull down from your shoulders so you get that space between the ear and the shoulders. Last one for me. You're going to bring them hands to the back of your head. We're going to flex our spine forward. Grow taller as you come out them hips. And I want you to just round as if you're diving over a barrel. Allow the crown of the head to reach down to the floor. Now, as you curl up, tuck your bottom under, not back, and you'll feel how you're really opening up the lower part of your spine, restacking one vertebra at a time as you restack to tall. Good. And again for me, lift up out the hips. Imagine you're diving over, scooping, rounding your spine as you allow the crown of the head to reach to the floor. Now, as you restack, tuck the bum under, pull the tailbone under, and then lifting back up to face the front. Good. We're going to do one more. Grow taller. Remember, out the hips first, then round your spine, diving out the hips, holding down there, and just give yourself a little sway from side to side. Good. Add a little bit more pressure in the back of the neck so you feel that stretch travel down your spine. Before coming back into the center, tucking your tailbone under and restacking one vertebra at a time as you stand tall. Perfect. Let's go over to a little side bend, over to one way. So here we're just stretching out the side of the body, and I want you to think about lifting the elbow higher as you pull the right hip down. So if you're over to the left, pull the right hip down. Now lift through your center as you melt over the other way. Relaxing on that exhale. Good. One more each side. Lift up and dive over. Remember, in Pilates, you always want to create the most amount of space in your body as possible. So lift first and then arch over. Good. Holding there, we're going to go around the world. So round your spine forward, flexing that spine, and then over to the other side, and then lift up for me. Good. We're reversing it. Over to the opposite direction, round your spine, scooping through the center, and then lift up. Good. We're going to do one more each side. It feels so nice. Over you go, really flexing forward. Good. And lifting up. You've got one more to go. Over and stretch. You got it. Perfect. And lift. Coming back up to that center, you're going to release the arms away for me. From here, you're going to take them hands to your shoulders. And we're just going to circle through these shoulders. A lot of the time, we are hunched, okay? So I want you to really focus on pulling them shoulders and opening out. We're only going to go this way today, where we're rolling the shoulders open rather than rounding them forward, because I really want you to exaggerate that opening across your chest, making sure that we're pulling back in that head and just feel that sense of lift through our spine. Good. Let's go for two more. And then last one. And relax. Perfect. Now our fingers, if we're on our desk, can get really, really tight, or you feel like a fatigue in them. So I'm just going to get you to start with some wrist circles. Just circling the wrist. You can almost make like a figure of 8 with your wrists, and you're really rolling them through, exaggerating the movement. Good. Making sure that the shoulders are away from your ears. So you just might want to lower the hands down a little bit to really make sure that you are keeping them shoulders down, away. Good. Last couple here. And then I want you to point your fingers up with one hand as the other one turns down, and then switch. Good. And again, switch. I feel like when you've been typing for a long time, or even on your phone, writing lots of emails, you can get a little bit like stiff into this area. So really focus on exaggerating this. We're now going to go the other way. So it's like you're turning left to right. Might feel like a little bit of a, what are they called? Air hostess. This way and this way. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Now I want you to flick your fingers out and in. If your arms are getting a little bit tired, then just bring your elbows in. But I want you to just flick these fingers. Really exaggerate them. You've got for 10, 9. Good. They might start aching. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, really nice. Relaxing down. Give me a big shoulder roll there. Perfect. We're going to come to the end of our mat. We're going to roll down again for me, peeling the body away as if you're coming away from a wall. You're going to relax the arms down to the floor and just hold to wherever you can for a second. There's a softness to your knees, and then we're going to walk the hands slowly out for me. Now, this is where people go into like a flat back and really push back into them hips and flare their ribs. I want you to think about tucking your bottom under and pulling your rib cage closer, and you'll feel that almost a connection in your center, but your lower back opening. Now, lifting one heel up, I then want you to lift the other heel as that heel starts to lower, and you're just pedaling out your feet. Something I want you to be aware of is that you're not bouncing from side to side. The movement is controlled. You're pushing the opposite hip down and really tucking the bottom under as you do so. Lift the other one as you alternate into the air. And we're going to go for a few here. Good. Switching for 3. Making this your last 2. Good. On your next one, I want you to lift both heels up. Now lower both heels down. Think about spinning the bum under, not back. And again for me. For 3, spin down. Good. And a last couple here. Tuck your bottom under. Making this your last one. Pushing the heels down. Now push your weight back a little bit more. Be aware that the bum is spinning under, not back, as you hold it for 4, 3, 2, and lift the heels as you lower into this 4-point kneeling position. Coming into a few cat to cows, so you're going to lift your spine up, rounding again, tuck the bottom under as much as you can, and then we're going to reverse it. So head starts looking forward. Think about the shoulders pulling away from your ears, zipping up through your center before you start moving back the other direction. Round you go. And through, push. Be aware that the abdominals have a slight engagement, so you're constantly got awareness on. You're not just flaring them out and just thinking, oh, I'm just going to let them relax here. No, be aware of that body at all times. Good, last one. And we're going to find our neutral position. We're going to go for a little hip hitch. So I want you to sway your hips to the right. And as you do that, I want you to look past that right shoulder as if you're trying to get the shoulder to meet that right hip. And then relax it as you move round to the left. Sway them hips. Try and get that shoulder to meet your hip. And then the other way, round you go. My mum used to call it, was it my sister? Sexy hips. A little sway. Get them moving. Good, we're going to do one more each direction. Swish. Good, really feel the sides of your waist pulling in, and you'll feel that cinching in of your center. And back to there. Good, feet together, knees apart. Just rock backwards, reaching your arms nice and long so you get off them wrists for a second. Coming back up for me, we're going to come into that 4-point kneeling position. Taking your right arm by your head for me, and you're going to turn to look out to the right hand side. Keep your hips square and just move the top part of your body. Good. And then turn back down to look at the floor. And again, exhale, twist. Make sure the hips are not coming with you. And you're just rotating that top part. Good. 2 more. Reaching through. Good. And down. Last one, holding out there, reaching that chest open, extending that right arm up to the ceiling. I want you to reach it as tall as possible. Brilliant. Now, not swooping it under, I want you to turn down to the floor, but reach that arm long in front of you. Keeping it in line with your shoulder, you're just going to reach it round and tap almost like to your bottom, and then extend it back in front of you. Good. And again, reaching it, pull the shoulder away from your ear and extend. Last couple, reaching through. Good. And make this your last one. Round you go. Good. Take the hand back in front of you. You're going to turn back out as the arm reaches up to the ceiling. You're going to now swoop that arm all the way under to the left side as you let the side of your head go onto your mat. Release your left arm away from the floor and you're just going to place it in the small part of your spine and really open that chest out to the left-hand side. Fantastic. Bringing that left hand down to stabilize you as you come back up and in. Perfect. We're going to do the same. We're going to take that right leg now and we're going to bring, before we go to the other side, we're going to pick that right knee up and we're going to go into your circles. So from here, I want you to open this right hip without rocking into the left-hand side. I just want you to circle right from the hip with that right knee lifted. 2 more. And make this your last one as we go into the opposite direction. Round you go. Making sure the hips stay square and your body is centered. I didn't say it was easy. 2 more. Good. Making this your last one. Now with that right foot, I want you to bring it forward. So it's turned out slightly to the side. If I come into this side, it's just like this position. And all you're going to do is rock forwards and backwards. So you're really opening into that hip and forward. So it's just allowing you to take off a little bit of pressure into them wrists as well. Good. We're going to do for 5. Back. Good. For 4. Really shifting the weight back so you get that big, deep stretch. And in. Perfect. 3 here. Back you go. And in. Nice work. 2 more. In. Making this your last one. Good. In. You're going to bring that right leg behind you. Left leg tucks in and you're going to sit back into a pigeon pose like so with that left glute. Good. Reaching your arms nice and long. That right leg is extended and your arms are extended long. Reach. Find your length. Arms are extended as much as possible. Before you walk your hands in towards your shoulders and I want you to lift up for me. Reaching tall into that chest area. Hold. Have awareness in your center, so pull back a little bit rather than just flare them abdominals. And then lower down with control. You're going to give me 2 like that. Pushing up, reach, lift the chest. Good. Pulling back in that center. And we're going to do 1 more. Lift. Reaching through, lifting the chest up higher and then going back. Really nice. Bringing yourself down, you're going to come back up and then bring yourself back into that 4-point kneel position. Really nice. We're going to do the same but on the other side. Taking that left hand by your head for me, reaching out to the side, opening out that chest and then turn down to look at the floor. Now you might find you have more range or more rotation in one side than the other. I just want you to be aware of it. And just think, okay, maybe one side might need a little bit more work than others. So keep it slow, be aware of the body, and just try and challenge yourself a little bit further. So you get to your point of tension, you hold it, and then see if you can squeeze a little bit more out of it without losing your form. Last one, reaching up. I want you to extend that left arm up as you shine your chest out to the side. Good. Turn down to look at the floor as you bring that left arm in front of you. Now take the arm back and to your hip. And then in front. Good. I haven't got much room this side, so I'm just going to like swoop it down by my side and pull it back. But you can take it all the way out to the side. Now, when you're in this 4-point kneel position, I want you to be aware that your back is not arching. Your ribs are pulling back and you've got that awareness on in your center. Last one. Holding that arm in front, you're going to turn back out to the side. Reach that chest. Now thread that arm all the way under as if someone's pulling it away from you. Right hand will release off as it comes in the small part of your back and you continue to shine that chest to the right. Really, really nice. Coming back, place that hand down onto the floor as you pull back through and come into that 4-point kneel. Good. Left leg lifts up and we're going to rotate that hip for me. Now make sure that your right leg hasn't now decided it wants to move into the center to make your movement easier. Counterbalance. Be aware of that body. Good. Just a couple more in this direction. And then we're going to reverse it. Round to the other side. We're nearly off them wrists, guys. You stay with me. For 3. 2 more. And on your last one, bring that leg all the way through to the side, like what we did the other side. And we're just going to shift the weight forwards and backwards. Good. Really sitting deep into them hips and then drive. Really nice. I want you to go for 3. And push. Good. 2 more. And make this your last one. Reaching back. Hold it. Now as you drive up, tuck the right one in. Send your left leg away. Need more room. And then lower down all the way and just sit right into that lying pigeon pose. It feels really good this side for me. Obviously more tighter in my right side. Good. Little wiggle from side to side. Hands will then glide in by your shoulders as you push up, lifting that chest as you rise tall. Good. And then slowly down. Hopefully these bodies are starting to feel really nice as you move through, flowing the movement and down. One more. Lifting up that chest, nice and proud as you lift higher. And then come back in. Perfect. You're going to bring that leg back in for me. Final bit onto this position. We're now going to bring our elbows down onto the floor and take our hands around the back of our head. Pull the ribs back a little bit for me so your center is fired up. And we're just going to open out lifting your right elbow as you turn to that right hand side. Good. Lower that right elbow down. Let's rotate to the left. Open, open, open. Good. And down. And again for me, hips stay square. You're literally moving the top part of your body, rotating it away from that center. Twist. Good. One more each side. You've done amazing. Reach. Make this your last one. And then back in. Heels together, knees apart, and just reach your arms nice and long, stretching away from you. Bringing yourself all the way down onto your tummies. So you're going to take your arms out to the side, almost like a little fork position. Your head is resting down and you're just going to bend both legs in towards your bottom. So we're going to go into a little bit of a seahorse. With here, you're going to lift your right knee up so you are shifting your weight onto that left side. And I want you to open out your hip as if you're trying to touch down with that right foot over towards the left. You will then control it back down as it comes into the center, and then you'll go over the other way. So your left hip lifts up and you're really trying to open up that hip and then in. Lowering down. Good. And again for me, lift the right side up, opening out as if you're trying to touch down with that right foot. and slowly lower. It's all about working with that slow controlled movement as you lower back to the center. Good, and each time you're trying to open out that hip even more. We've only got a couple more each side. It might feel really nice for you. It should do anyway. And then in, good. Let's do one more each side. Over you go. And then through. Hips get really tight. So this is a really nice one to do to open out them hips, just without having any bearing onto your wrists. Good. Releasing them legs away for me. Extending your body nice and long as you just tuck your bottom under slightly to alleviate any tension in that lower back. Bringing your arms round by your shoulders. You're going to push yourself up and come back into a shell-like position. So that is where you hover the bum back over the heels, but not all the way down, and you're tucking under as much as you can, reaching your arms nice and long. And then through. Perfect. Bringing your legs in front of you. We're going to go into a little bit of a spine stretch. Arms extended in front of you. You're going to dive up, lifting up out the hips. Now I want you to round your spine as if you're trying to get your ribs over your hips. And then you're going to retract back, pull the shoulders back down your back. And again, grow taller, round your spine, lift up tall, and then stretch. And then lift. Good. Final two. Lift up, round your spine, stretching through. Push, 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 push. And in. Final one. I want this to be big, this movement. Rounding, lift up out your hips. Get that big scoop in your center. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and draw back up. Perfect. Tucking your right foot into the inside of your leg, and your left one goes slightly out to the diagonal. Hands are going to come by your head. We're going to arch over towards that straight leg. Feel how your right hip pushes down as you melt into that left leg. You're going to zip up nice and tall, and then you're going to go again. Over you go, reaching up and through. When you're doing this, think about going up and over, not just collapsing over there. Grow taller and melt. And then pull through that waist as you grow taller. Good, last one. And we're gonna layer it. This time we're adding in a rotation. So as you go over to that left leg, hold it. Now twist the body as you shine your chest to that knee. Turning back and then lifting up. Good, only 3 here. Keep pushing that right knee down. Twist. I really like this. I feel like I get a really big stretch down the side of my body. Last 2. Over you go. And twist. Perfect. Turning back and up. Making this your last one. You've got it. Over you go. Hold it. Twist. Keep your chest shining to that knee. Now push your right hip down even more as you stretch your body long across that left leg. Good. Release your arms and just bring your body closer to that left leg so you get a big stretch down the side of your body and through the back of that left leg. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way up. Perfect. So we're going to release that leg and you're going to switch to the other side. Hands come round the back of your head. Let's melt over to that right side. Now, it's so funny how these movements feel so easy. But what I want you to remember that how I see Pilates isn't the fact it's just got the Pilates exercises. It's a concept. It's a concept that you learn from the basics and you apply it to everything you do. So it's not like, oh, I do Pilates only when I'm doing a Pilates class. I use the Pilates method in everything I do. So the way I breathe, the way I hold myself, I apply it when I go to the gym, I apply it when I lift something up. So really think about, rather than just seeing Pilates as just a bunch of exercises, learn how to get in tune with your body, and that is where the magic happens. Adding in that rotation for me, and then twist. So that's why when I designed the app, I was so focused on making sure that there was the fundamentals, the principles of Pilates, all there. So you could literally learn from the get-go and learn how to do it properly, because honestly, I know I sound like a broken record, but once it clicks, it feels so good. That awareness, that control, that feeling. Last one, over you go. Shine that chest down, holding it there. Pull the left hip down even more as you bring your chest closer. Now release the hands and just bring your body even closer to that right leg. Good. Allowing your body to melt even further. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly releasing up. Perfect. Both legs in front of you. We've not got long left. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and roll all the way down, giving me a full body stretch. Perfect. Arms down by your side. You're going to bring your feet by your bottom. We're going to go into a bridge position. So slowly start tucking your tailbone under, lifting your hips up as you find this bridge position. Hips and ribs in line, and then I want you to slowly melt that spine all the way back down and fully untuck your pelvis. Good, and again, driving up, find that length, and slowly roll all the way back down into your mat. Perfect, last one. Rolling up, feel that lift as you hold. Arms reach up to the ceiling. You're going to open out the chest, and as you do that, you can either stay with your hips static, or you want more, then I want you to keep a flat back and it dips to a hover as your arms open, and then as you drive them hips, your arms come back to the ceiling. Good, so we're not arching our spine, we're keeping a flat back. Firing up them glutes that can become quite lazy if we are sat down for long periods of time. So we want to activate them, make sure they're still with us. Fire them up, baby. Let's go for 3. Making this your last 2. Lift. Last one. Reaching your arms up for me. Take your arms down to the floor. You want to pull your elbows down so you come into a fork-like position, and then extend them back behind you. Good. So I want you to try and keep the arms in contact with the floor to allow your chest to open up as much as possible. So you get that big opening. No hunchbacks round here. We're not having it. Good. Chin is lifted to the ceiling. You've got a final 2. Reach. Making this your last one. Reaching your arms up before gliding them up to the ceiling, and roll your spine all the way down. Perfect. So you're going to take that right ankle over your left knee. Arms out to the side as you just allow your legs to go from one side to the other. Now the head, it moves in the opposite direction. So as the legs go to the left, let the head go to the right. And just be aware that where the legs are heavy, you might find that it pulls on your spine a little bit. So what I want you to be aware of is before the legs start lifting to come through the center, I want you to tighten up that belt in your center. Wrap that corset a little bit tighter, so now you've got more awareness on what you're doing. Good. Back into the center for me. Hug through the left leg as you pick it up and draw it in closer. Focus on how you're feeling that lower back just lift slightly so you get a really big stretch. And just wiggle from side to side, rocking it through. Perfect. That left leg, I want you to extend it up to the ceiling and then bend it back in. And you'll find that that stretch will intensify, where you're just pulling that leg in a little bit closer and then easing off. Making this your last one. Bending the knee in, hold it. You want even more, thread the leg all the way over and hug the top of your shins and just really rounding and rocking from side to side for me. Brilliant. Releasing off, you're going to take that left ankle over your right knee, arms out to the side, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Be aware of that center, make sure that that corset is tightening up as the legs move through and over to the other side. Now, the more you can push this left knee open, the more space you're creating in your body, and it will feel a lot more, you'll just feel a lot more open, and rather than the hips being so tight all the time. So just try and open out that hip as much as possible. Good. Coming back into the center, you're gonna bring that right knee up as you hug round the back of that right leg and just pull it in a little bit tighter and just rock from side to side. Left knee is still drawing out. And then we're gonna go into that extension. So that right leg extends and then pulls back. Good. And again, every time it extends, pull the leg in a bit closer. So when the knee bends, you're even deeper into that stretch. 2 more. Make this your last one. Bending that knee in as you thread that top leg over and just hug the top of your shins and round and rock that spine again. Oh, feels good. Feels real good. Really nice. Both feet down, extending your body away. Give me a full body stretch. Take a big inhale for me. On your exhale, curl up. Good. If you need assistance, grab the sides of your legs or just reach all the way over. Spine stretch through and then pulling back in. Really nice. We're going to finish standing up because we've been sat down for too long. We're going to pike our hips up, walking our feet in towards our hands. Now restack that spine exactly how we did at the start. Coming up nice and tall, you're going to give me a big inhale, reaching them arms up, not wobbling like I just did. Exhale, float them down, giving me a big shoulder roll there, and you have done. Hopefully you're feeling so much better after a long period of sitting down. Hi, I'm Elle, and if you enjoyed this, then make sure to head over to the links below where you can gain access to my app with full classes and programs ready to start your Pilates journey.